Best non-quarterbacks in the NFC South, go.
Okay, geez, I don't even know where I'm going to go here. Okay, I'm going to go with the pass rusher right off the bat. I'm going to go with the guy that I look at to be the best pass rusher in the division right now, and Brian Burns, Carolina Panthers. Choose him. Really, I mean, phenomenal athlete. Undersized as far as, not 270 pounds. He's a guy that's 245, 250 and long, plays the run really well, but really one of the better pass rushers in football that I don't think anybody knows about because Carolina's not a big-time team yet.
This is kind of like
I know.
NFC
it's
North.
A little bit.
Like, where are they all?
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Mike Evans. He's still got gas in the tank. He's been a great player every year. He's reliable. I don't know who's going to be throwing him the football. That may be an issue for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But out of respect for everything he's done and what I think he still will do, Mike Evans.
That's where it's funny. There's as I was thinking about this division, there's like a group of old-timers in the division where you're like, man, these are legends and they had unreal careers, but are they still the best, right? Like Cameron Jordan and those kind of guys, right? And then you have some young guys, I feel like, in this division that are just unknown because nobody's really on the spotlight there except for Tampa the last 2 years. Like this guy right here. I'm going to go with Chris Lidstrom, the guard, Atlanta Falcons. He's the best guard in football right now. For my money, if you made me go, hey, you can have one guard in football, I'm taking him. He's Zach Martin 5 years ago. He's a road grader. He's a killer in the run game. I mean, there's really nothing he can't do as far as the offensive line is concerned. And, of course, they paid him big money because of that. And they're a running football team, and they're going to play, smash mouth football behind Lindstrom.
This is another one that is it
past the
prime? Right, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Also, with the Saints running back, we've got this issue with the battery charges in Las Vegas.
Right.
Is that going to knock him out at some point? Where's that all going to go? Are they ready to move on? I feel like at the trade deadline, he was kind of making some noise and maybe wanted out, and maybe he won't be there for long this year. Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
But based upon what we know he's done, what he's still capable of doing, and the other options, I got to go with Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's where it is. It is a weird. I like how it's actually cool that you kind of go do the old proven commodities, and maybe I'll do the guys that people don't know about as much or hear about as much. Right. The other guy where I'm going to go with the guy that I know is the man right now, and I'm going to go with Tristan Wirfs. Tristan Wirfs, he's
even though we don't know which hand he's going to be wiping.
Well, we don't know what he's going to go to left tackle, but I'm going to play the angle. First off, at right tackle, he's already one of the best in the league there. And now you move him to left. I don't think it's going to be a huge adjustment. Tristan Wirfs has been phenomenal as an NFL pro from day one. I mean, he surpassed my expectations for sure, but strong in the run game, and really those big, thick legs and his ability to hold his ground against power rushers in the pass game and all that is quite phenomenal.
I'll go Bijan Robinson.
Oh, I mean,
if
he's
the
on my
Falcons
list.
Like him enough to make him the 7th overall pick in the draft,
right?
And he was regarded as one of the top 3 players regardless of position, and they're going to use him at receiver, they're going to use him at running back, they're going to have a plan for him. I think he's going to come in and have an impact just like an Adrian Peterson did 16 years ago when he was the 7th overall pick of the Vikings. I believe he was the 7th overall pick.
Yeah. I don't think that's crazy. He was on my list. Bijan Robinson, running back is one of those positions where the freaky ones that you can come in and by week 6 we could go, oh, that's the best running back in football. He's that good, right? Like we saw Kenneth Walker of the Seahawks last year when he got going healthy early on in the year. We went, oh, whoa, yeah, he's already one of the 5 or 6 best, most dangerous running backs in the game. So I don't think you're crazy with that at all, and I think he's going to be a focal point of that football team. But yeah, interesting division with this names and the turnover and some of the young guys.
All right, we're not going to do another round of the best quarterbacks in the NFC South, but some of the names that we didn't get to, you expressed some regret.
Right.
And Pete, I got to call out Pete. He puts all these names here. It's like a phone book of the NFC South, and he didn't have A.J. Terrell.
I know.
And then when he put him in, he kind of snuck him in the middle. He didn't put him at the very end, so it wouldn't be so obvious that he had forgotten it.
Right. But I think those are the guys that we're kind of talking about in this. Like A.J. Terrell, in my studies, or you talk to teams that have played the Falcons when he's healthy, and he's a shutdown corner. But again, they're not on enough national games and things like that for people to know his name. He's awesome. But we left Vita Vea off the list. He probably should be in.
Now that you know how to pronounce his name, we should have him in every list that we do.
I know.
Remember, we went through that for a while.
Oh, I was the worst. I couldn't. I was always getting him mixed around. Derek Brown, defensive tackle for the Carolina Panthers.
What about Cam Jordan? You mentioned him earlier.
I know. Cam Jordan, he's on the – I don't know if we had another round, I don't think he would have been my pick. I think maybe we get to a little later round. Certainly still a really damn good player. And for this conference, still one of the best defense ends that go around because there's not a lot of great pass rushers in this conference.
We had Chris Olave, the first-round pick of the Saints last year, who from time to time was making some noise. Obviously not rookie of the year yet, went to Garrett Wilson, but there was some thought that maybe he could come on and get some votes.
He had 1,000 yards. Yeah. He had a good year, right? He really is. He's got some legit game-breaking speed. Chris Godwin is that kind of guy, I think, if he's healthy, right? Kyle Pitts, we're all waiting. We know the talent's there, but it's just the team and his opportunities haven't come quite yet.
And look, are they going to come with Bijan Robinson there and all these other great players? There's only one football.
I hear you. I know.
And so it may be that none of them have tremendous numbers and maybe just one guy, and the rest of them are just kind of waiting for their opportunity.
I don't.
Terry Fontenot, the GM of the Falcons, told me that a couple weeks ago. They just expect these guys to have the character that whenever their number comes up, they'll do it, and if it doesn't, they'll keep their mouth shut. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.